Hitting 100 miles was such an awesome feeling, but all I could think in the moment was, wait, I'm supposed to do that 25 and a half more times. Welcome to days 13 and 14 of crocheting my Pacific Crest Trail blanket. On day 13, we hiked 13.9 miles, so I'm doing a row in light blue. And then on day 14, we did 18 miles, so I'm gonna do a row in dark blue. After our 4 zeros in Julian, we got an early start on the day, and the first part of the day was Scissors Crossing, which is kind of an infamous section of this first part of trail because it's one of the bigger climbs. And our legs were pretty stiff after all the zeros, but once we loosened up, we were honestly flying through the miles. We ended up getting to our tent site at like 3 p.m. Something I haven't talked about a ton is that on the desert section of the PCT, there's not a lot of natural water sources, so you have to constantly be thinking about how far away your next water source is and how much water you have to carry to get there. And ideally, it's easier to camp near water because then you don't have to plan out having enough water for things like dinner, brushing teeth, breakfast, etc. All that to say, we probably could have hiked a little further that day, but there was a big water cache at this location, so it just made sense to camp there for the night. Moving on to day 14, this was actually a really big day because we had been on trail for 2 weeks, we hit 100 miles, we saw Eagle Rock, and it was Terry and I's 3 year anniversary. Hitting 100 miles was such an awesome feeling, but all I could think in the moment was, wait, I'm supposed to do that 25 and a half more times. The hiking this day was actually one of my favorite sections because we were just walking through these long meadows that were full of cows, and it really just reminded me of Wisconsin, which is my home. And then we got to see Eagle Rock, which is a natural rock formation that looks like an eagle, which was really cool, and it's one of the most iconic stops in this early bit of trail. But we couldn't stay there long because we were on a mission to get to the Warner Springs Community Center before they closed. The trail goes right up to this community center and they have tons of awesome resources set up for hikers. They let you charge your devices and wash your clothes, and they have a little bit of food that you can buy for your resupply, which we did need just to get to the next town stop. To end the night, since it was our anniversary, we had been carrying some fancy backpacking meals just as a simple way to celebrate, and they ended up being disgusting. So that was a huge disappointment, and we ended up just eating our classic Knorr dinners instead. But yeah, that's it for day 13 and 14. I'm running out of daylight, so I'm just gonna finish crocheting off camera. Here's what the blanket is looking like now, and thank you for watching.